Welcome back to Geek Channel 8, GC8. I'm Eric.
I'm Will.
I'm Jason.
Yeah, we
Hey.
have Jason on the
I made
show.
it this time. All right, I made it.
Oh, yeah.
You guys might remember Jason Staley. He was last with us for I forget what you was it it was Gothic, wasn't it? Gothic and
Yeah, Gothic and the future Frankenstein, where they went to the future.
yeah, Frankenstein Unbound.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Unbound. That was
Yeah.
good. Yeah, that was cool. It was cool.
Way back when we did that, I knew we were going to get to this one and I had you in mind for this one today, which
Because you
is
don't like me? Is that what it is?
well,
Because
you
that
know,
three hour one was a bit of a chore. It got better.
okay,
It,
so
it,
what he's talking about is last time we did Frankenstein, the true story, and Jason was supposed to show up for that. He didn't show up
Sorry,
for it, but he did watch the movie.
I did watch the movie.
So
He did the
so
homework.
basically you got to watch the movie, but you didn't get to talk about the movie. So you got the hard part of the deal, the homework.
That's all right. It's all right. I, I'm
Um,
I'm I'm better educated on the subject now.
Well, there you go.
Let me tell you guys, neither of you were on the show way back in the beginning when Nat was my co-host. And Nat, his wife Tracy, once said to him because of the movies we were watching, "Does Eric hate you?" And, and then and then Will, who's on the podcast, his wife Becca actually texted me, "Do you hate Will?" And then today, Jason's like, "Does Eric hate me?" Yes and no. I just gotta put you guys through hell to get to the good stuff.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
I want to point out that these are not dissimilar to the movies that we were watching growing up. And yes, we could go watch a movie we knew was great or we suspected was good. But what fun is that? You so much
True.
more to talk about when you go and you just roll the dice. You go in, you walk in, you're like, hey, what about this one? It has well, I'm not sure what that is. Let's try
Well, I don't know about when we were kids, but I remember I had a party at my house when I was a teenager, and like we like carpeted the place
Oh, hell
because the
yeah.
next
I
door
remember that.
neighbor was getting rid of their wall-to-wall carpeting. So we carpeted everything. We even carpeted over the baby grand piano. And I had multiple bands play in my parents' living room. And like we totally got away with it except for a couple of things, but that ironically what busted us was stuff that happened before the party, not during the actual party. But at that party, I had my video camera floating around, and like
Uh-oh.
I let anybody pick it up and shoot whatever they wanted and put it down. And at one point, I forget who it was. Someone picks up the camera and points it at Janelle, friend of mine, old school punk rocker. She was older than all of us. Like she was the old woman of the party. She had actually seen the Pistols on their first American tour, their
Did
only
she buy the
American tour.
beer? Did she buy the beer
Probably,
for you guys?
probably.
Nice.
But someone
Nice.
asked Janelle to say something profound. And she looks at the camera and she says, "To face death, you must fuck life in the gallbladder." It's from Andy Warhol's Frankenstein, the greatest movie ever made. And that, sadly, that tape got passed around so much after I had like offloaded it onto a VHS tape. That tape made its rounds because it had all these local punk bands on it. And so
No, nice.
somebody ended up keeping it. And I don't have it anymore. And it pisses me off because it was a great tape. Someday, hopefully, that tape will surface again. But yeah, today is going to be about Flesh for Frankenstein from 1973, commonly referred to as Andy Warhol's Frankenstein. We'll get into why it's called that here in a minute. I'm not going to do a background in 1973 because we did it for the last movie and 19 we already talked about 1973.
I,
But
I was a year old. There we go.
all right,
I was a year old.
Jason was a year old. I'm not
Yep.
going to say how I was alive at that time. I'm not going to say what my age is because it'll put me out of touch with our Gen Z audience.
Hey, I'm just going to
Okay.
point out
Sure.
I have a 17-year-old, and that's my younger child. So I am definitely out of touch.
I'm a granddad.
Oh no.
Whoa.
Right? Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
you know what though? This is what I feel about that. I'm like, it's like, yeah, be kick-ass grandparents. That's what you do. I'm not a grandparent yet, but I like to be the weird uncle who's like,
Nice,
here,
nice.
hey, what did you want a knife? Because I can give you a knife, and
I'm
but you know,
here. Here, have two knives.
yeah, exactly.
In
That's
case you drop, you leave one in your enemy, you're gonna
yeah,
need another one. You're
yeah,
gonna need another one.
exactly. Two is one and one is none.
Right,
That's yeah,
right.
exactly. So,
Yeah. That's
but
good. That's good grandparenting right there. You're gonna do
right,
great. You're gonna do great.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
So before we get into this, Jason, what have you been up to since the last time we saw you?
Oh, I'm winding down my show, my puppet show. You can still catch it though. It's the Super Satan Show on Facebook, and you can go to the YouTube page, but we haven't really uploaded anything new in quite some time. But like Facebook is where you can see all the latest stuff. And yeah, I got a couple episodes left, and then I'm done.
Well, what's going to happen to it after that?
I don't know. It's gonna
Is it going to
what
stay out there on the internet?
what the show? Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
as long as Zuckerberg doesn't change the format again like he did last time,
Oh, so
and
like two
literally,
years from now, it'll be gone.
probably, like literally that last update like wiped out a good 4 or 5 years of my career.
Oh
Just
my gosh.
gone, just gone,
Yeah,
gone.
yeah.
Oh well, I don't
Um,
care. It's fine. It's
you
fine.
know what? Sometimes art's of the moment, but I will tell you something. This is something I love about. I remember getting into the Aquabats back when I was a young man, right?
Sure.
And then totally out of nowhere, when my kid was young, they started watching this show, which was the Aquabats. Okay, never would have thought. And I mean, I don't know when it was made or anything like that, but because of the way things work, have been working, young people can find anything from almost any
Sure.
time and
Mm-hmm.
get into that stuff. And I was another young person who was like, "Oh, have you ever heard of this band called Guar?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
I'm like, "What?"
Yeah, I sure
Yeah.
have.
And this is kind of relevant for today. Rocky Horror.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, no, no,
Good
my
stuff.
nephew until he got too busy with work, which is oh god, it makes me feel old. But like until he got too busy with work, and because there was some politics, he was a regular in the local cast. So
Well,
Nice.
okay. I don't want to get too deep into Rocky Horror because that's a conversation for a different episode of the
yes,
Right.
podcast. But I will say that, like, a lot of times a movie will come out, a movie like Failsafe about the dropping of the bomb and stuff like that. There'll be a serious film, and then on its heels will come a sort of comedy version of it. In that case, Doctor Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb.
right.
Sure.
I think that this is the straight man to Rocky Horror Picture Show in some ways.
Oh, the irony.
Oh yeah.
I think that, and calling it straight is a little bit weird.
The lab looked kind of similar. I mean, in a way,
It was a
know.
big circular room. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But okay, before we get into that, let me give you some background to how this movie came about and stuff like that. In 1973, Paul Morrissey, who's the director, and Joe D'Alessandro went to Italy to shoot a film for producers Andrew Bronsberg and Carlo Ponti. And the original idea for this film came from Roman Polanski, who had met Morrissey when he was promoting his film What. And Morrissey says that Roman Polanski thought he would be, quote, a natural person to make a 3D film about Frankenstein. I thought it was the most absurd option I could imagine, unquote. Morrissey convinced Ponti to not just make one film during this period, but two, which led to the production of both Flesh for Frankenstein and Blood for Dracula. They were filmed at Cinecittà in Rome by a crew of Italian filmmakers. We'll get into why it was filmed in Rome in a second here. The staff included Enrico Job as the production designer, pianist Claudio Ghisi for the score, and special effects artist Carlo Rambaldi. So all Italian crew. Carlo Rambaldi, you might recognize that name because he did E.T.
That's a fairly famous movie.
Yep. So at first, Morrissey intended to rely on the actors improvising their lines, but like
What a terrible idea that was.
it it did not work for actors like the late great Udo Kier.
Mm-mm.
And so instead he like day to day dictated it. They basically started filming it on the 20th of March in 1973. Andy Warhol, his contributions to the film were pretty minimal. He visited the set once and briefly visited during the editing. They just used his name to get distribution.
Okay.
Wow.
And this wasn't the only name they used. They also used a guy named Antonio Margheriti. And they actually put his name on as the director originally, even though he didn't direct it, to
Right.
get Italian funding for it and distribution, because like the Italian government will give you back then would give you money if you were making an Italian production with Italian crew and stuff like that. And so they did that. They also got sued for it, but they got their movie made. When it came out, it was rated X in the US for sex and violence. And
Mm.
apparently, people who watched it in 3D say it's just way more in 3D, and that's why it got the X.
I feel like I've cheated myself by not watching the 3D version of this.
Yeah. It was shot in something called Space Vision, which was for the first time did not have the blue and red glasses. It was like
Okay.
polarized lenses,
Oh,
which
Like
wow.
was
the dark lenses
yeah.
that you see today, right?
Yeah,
Something
yeah. So
similar.
it was actually the forerunner of today's real D 3D.
Hmm.
Anyway, it was shown in West Germany on the 30th of November 1973 as Andy Warhol's Frankenstein, and then April 2nd, 74 at Filmex, which is the Los Angeles Film Expo. It earned $4.7 million in rentals in North America. And by 1974, the Los Angeles Times stated that the film had grossed $7 million. Upon its release, Nora Sayre of the New York Times wrote, quote, in a muddy way, the movie attempts to instruct us about the universal insensitivity, living deadness, and the inability to be turned on by anything short of the grotesque. However, this Frankenstein drags as much as it camps. Despite a few amusing moments, it fails as a spoof, and the result is only a coy binge in degradation. Craig Butler of All Movie called the film, quote, a ramshackle affair with performances that are ludicrously over the top and direction that is even more so, and a script that is filled with horrible dialogue. Not to mention, it's a truly gross experience. Of course, many will appreciate it just for these qualities, either to laugh at how truly outrageous it is, or to marvel at the manner in which director writer Paul Morrissey is skewering the very countercultural sex revolutionaries that were among his biggest fans, creating what is at heart a very conservative critique of hippie culture, unquote. And then in 2012, Time Out polled authors, directors, actors, and critics who had worked in the horror genre. Okay, so these are people who make horror films on their top horror films. And Flesh for Frankenstein placed at 98 in the top 100. So just squeaked in.
Really?
Yep.
Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Having done no research beyond, it's Andy Warhol's Frankenstein. I went with that. That was my inspiration. And as it turns out, he's an odd fellow. I don't know if you guys knew that. He was a little bit different.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
But like, honestly, it explains a lot because in some ways he was very mild and, we'll even say sensitive, not crude. Even though, they pasted his name on this. I'm like, wow, yeah, no. Look into it. Obviously, the man did like his soup. He did actually. He honestly did.
Soup is good food.
Soup is good. he
It
loved.
says it right there.
So
It
you're
says
going to
it
have
right
us
on there.
eat Campbell's tomato soup.
No, I am not. Even though that is that's like one of the few things that came out of a can that my mother would feed me because she was very
It
much.
looks like blood, man.
Yeah. It was perfect with a grilled cheese sandwich. That was our
Oh
good.
yeah.
But no, reading up on him a little bit, what I found out is that the man had a sweet tooth. And he would even, he would indulge himself in lots of sweets, but like day to day, very simple stuff. It would be toast and jam and stuff like that. But what the notable thing was the cake. He had something that he ate that he called cake, and he that he really liked. And all it was two pieces of white bread, very ordinary Wonder type bread, and in between chocolate. And that is it. And I was like, all right, all right. I had some decent chocolate, and I didn't have white bread. I had bun. So I tried it. And you know what? It is more than the sum of its parts. I will say that.
I don't know if there's a lot of chocolate in this film, but there's definitely white bread.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so anyway, this is what I would suggest. Now, if you wanted something more fancy, go look up a recipe for frozen hot chocolate, because that was his favorite dessert. I forget what the name of the fancy restaurant that served it. But just one little more note on him. He in one of his biography, he noted that when he went out, because he was very obsessed with his controlling his image and his weight, etc. But he had, of course, he went out. He was part of the scene. So he'd go to a fancy restaurant and order things that he knew he would not eat, that he did not like. And then insist, as he played with the food and didn't eat it, he insisted that they would pack it up. Anyway, even though these are fancy restaurants that normally don't do that, he would insist because he was able to do that. And then he would go leave it somewhere for somebody. Hopefully a homeless person would find it. Because he's like, that way I get to keep my looks, and maybe someone who's, gets to have a 5-star meal that I had to order for just, to participate.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was like, I need to know more about this guy. So I might have to look into him some more. But it was fun looking into that. And yeah, if you like chocolate and bread, try them together. You might like that.
Andy Warhol's Frankenstein is here.
Kiss him! Kiss him!
Newsweek magazine calls it the first original Frankenstein in years, a perversely fascinating movie.
Hold me close. Oh! Not so close! I can't... Stop it! What are you doing? I can't breathe! Stop it! Stop it!
Andy Warhol's Frankenstein, with its swooping bats, severed limbs, hideous decapitating devices, and various spare parts. They all slither off the screen in what Playboy magazine calls the most gruesome epic ever unleashed. Andy Warhol's Frankenstein, the goriest, sexiest, and wildest Frankenstein ever filmed.
During the opening credits, there are these two kids, and they're like operating on dolls.
The weirdest Build-A-Bear ever.
Yeah, and it gives me real Wednesday Addams vibes. They eventually like decapitated in a guillotine, and I'm like, isn't that like Wednesday's signature move, right?
Yeah, it's definitely Addams Family vibe.
I'm assuming that the Wednesday of the 1960s Addams Family show did that. I don't remember from when we did the Addams Family. If that doesn't,
it does seem on brand.
Yeah, it does.
It might have come in with the 90s.
Well, and also these are little children in fancy dress, and of course that scans. But also, like, I feel like I'm like, oh yeah, look, little evil children. That's very of the time period.
Yeah. Children of aristocracy, I mean.
we find they're the children of Baron and Lady Frankenstein, and Baron von Frankenstein, he wants to find someone who has the perfect nasum nose.
His nose, yeah.
He wants to make he's obsessed with creating the perfect Serbian race. He like specifies Serbian.
Oh yeah,
So this
yeah,
this
yeah,
thing didn't age well, given that we had a Serbian genocide in the 90s.
yeah. Betcha the monster would have lived.
He wants this perfect Serbian race. So that's his version of Aryans, like to obey his commands. So we get a Dr. Paul Dory thing here again,
Yeah.
except for it's all in one guy. And he's going to like assemble the perfect male and the perfect female from parts of corpses. This has like been hinted at and it keeps growing more and more. We talked about it last episode, Will.
Yep.
He has no interest in sex. At least him having sex with his wife or anything like that. Which, by the way,
It's his sister. Thank
it's
you.
his sister.
Yeah, it's his sister. I was like, wait, it's his sister. It's his wife. Wait, what?
Oh,
Is
Yep.
this in a trailer park? What's happening here? Yeah, it's wild. That's wild. Yeah.
In the unsutured part or whatever. So it's like there is some necrophilia. He's into it if it's dead. You know?
Yeah. It's for science, Eric. All right. It's
Yeah.
not for any pleasure. It's for science. Okay.
I love how
Philistine.
he's like, his assistant who is Otto, he chastised him. Stop looking, you pervert.
Quit looking at me, weirdo. You're making it weird.
Exactly.
You're making it weird while I'm humping this corpse. Stop making it weird.
Humping the corpse in its like abdomen.
Yeah, the abdomen, not even in the right spot. It's like, and that's where the that saying comes from. And what is it? In order to what? Master death.
Yeah, and I believe it's to know death, Otto, you have to fuck life in the gallbladder.
And specifically in the gallbladder, ladies and gentlemen. Nowhere else. In the gallbladder. The two guys that are like basically like farm hands. One is really into girls, and the other one wants to be like a monk, right?
Yeah.
And they talk. The one guy talks to the guy who wants to be a monk into coming to the brothel or to the bordello or whatever.
Yeah.
And they go there. Guy gets drunk, has a good time. The dude who's like wants to be a monk is not into it. He's like, yeah, this isn't for me.
No, he does keep looking at his friend.
Yeah. He was also making it weird.
He never seems to be interested in girls. He wants to go join a monastery, and so his buddy is trying to get him interested in girls by taking him to the brothel.
Yeah. They get drunk, or he gets drunk. The guy wants to be a monk is carrying him home. Dr. Frankenstein sees this guy because what happened? Like a spider or something came out of the ceiling.
A lizard. A lizard.
Yeah, it was a lizard. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chases these naked mostly naked prostitutes outside, and the monk guy's like, no, it's okay. While Dr. Frankenstein and Otto are scoping the place out, looking for potential noses.
He has the perfect nose.
He had the perfect nose. He was like, oh my God, 2 of them? He's with 2 prostitutes and he's got the nose? Oh, this is the guy. This is the guy.
This is all because he attempted to make a man already and it didn't have enough libido. So he wants a more horny guy, basically. And this is going to be it. So they're drunk. They're stumbling home. He has Otto attack him. And they basically knock him out, and they cut off the head of his buddy, the farmhand's buddy. You know?
The guy wants to be a monk, gets his head cut off.
Yeah. He's got the perfectly shaped Serbian nose too.
I mean, I don't know. He was okay looking, I guess.
I mean, I would have said he was pretty. So,
yeah, I mean, yeah, sure. Pretty, sure.
and his friend is an attractive guy, kind of, I don't know, sort
Right.
of a Brando sort of looking guy.
Sure, right. A little more
Right?
rough and tumble,
Yeah,
like
exactly. So
Meanwhile, Catherine, who is Lady Frankenstein, Frankenstein's sister wife,
sister wife.
she's not getting any action from
Meanwhile,
Frankenstein.
back in the trailer park.
Yeah. So she sees this guy for the second time, like, she's seen him before, like,
Rolling around with women.
rolling around with women. And
Yeah.
she thinks like, okay, here's a peasant in my employ who, like, she basically accuses of, like, shirking his duty and all of that, which he pretty much is.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
this is the second time she's caught him, and she's just like, report to my bedroom or something like
Yeah.
that.
Come to my castle, aka my bedroom. I know. She said to come to the castle,
Yes.
but then later on when she was like, "Oh, I'm not feeling well," quote unquote. Just have him come up to my room. Because she's like, she tells him I'm not normally one to do business in bed. Yeah, sure. Okay.
We get a dinner scene where they're all seated for dinner. The kids, Lord and Lady Frankenstein, her new boy toy, and then he debuts the creature. Oh, there's servants that come and go. There's a maid, who interestingly is played by the woman that does the voice of Marge Simpson for the Italian versions of The Simpsons.
wow.
Huh. Okay.
And Otto, they're coming and going because they're bringing in male and female creature.
Oh yeah.
So her new manservant and her stud is serving dinner, and he serves to the creature. He's like, that guy has my friend's head on his shoulders.
Yeah. He's like, hey, wait a minute. Hey.
But the creature doesn't recognize him at all.
No.
And he, like, keeps it to himself at first.
Yeah. Tries to play it cool.
Cool.
Play it cool.
Yeah. So then he sort of has a falling out with Catherine, and he gets the kids to take him to the lab because he's forbidden to go there, but he goes there and he discovers what's going on in this lab, that Otto and Frankenstein are, like, creating monsters, basically. There's this big confrontation scene where there's a lot that happens here. Like, they try to get the creatures to have sex. By the way,
Yeah.
every single scene of heterosexual sex in this, which there are a bunch, it's totally unappealing. They make it as
it's not.
unappealing as
I'm like,
possible.
what's happening here? Like,
Like, there's one part in the
mean-
broth where I'm like, is she looking like his knee?
what's happening? Yeah, I'm like, why are you doing that?
And there's
stop
one where
stop that.
Where
It's
Catherine is
off-putting.
having sex with him, and it's all slurpy sounds and stuff.
Mhm.
It's like,
Yeah.
it's like they clearly are not. The filmmakers are clearly not into straight sex.
But they do have
Yeah.
green shots of, like, male buttocks and stuff like that. So
Oh yeah. You
Or,
see you see full frontal.
yeah. So yeah.
Speaking of which, the resurrection scene. Will you always give us your opinion on the resurrection scene? Now, in this one, they have electrodes all over their body, not just like in the neck or something like that. Does that make more sense than just
Okay.
like having lots of electrodes?
Here we
instead
go.
of just two?
Here we go.
Well, I mean, if you really want to stimulate the entire nervous system, which you would, blah 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 blah. But okay, so I think this, it just seemed like it was informed by, like, somebody's like, yeah, electricity, like what do they do in an electric chair, or what happens if you electrocute a frog or something, and they just have them sort of shaking there, like, and it looked like somebody was doing improv. It's like, okay, now improv, you're being electrocuted.
And go. More shaking, more twitching. Come on.
And for some reason, like Otto had to hold, they had to touch them while they were doing it too. And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I don't think that seems like a good idea. If there's actually, you know what? It's okay. It's
Yeah.
this is
Don't
not the.
don't ruin the premise, man.
I mean,
Don't poke.
honestly, it really wasn't about that. It's more about. I was gonna say about the boobs, but it's not even about that. It's
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, there were boobs. There's that.
yeah.
oh, she
There were
was
boobs.
hot. She was like the actress that played uh yeah, she was like a model that Andy Warhol photographed a lot.
Oh yeah,
I
she
forget
is
her
beautiful.
name.
Absolutely, she is beautiful.
Notably, in the scene where the doctor is having intercourse with her guts, she had a hard time not. They just left it in there. She was like, okay, like
Yeah, you almost see her the uncomfortableness of it all. Like,
yeah,
oh
she's
god.
like, and
Thank God my eyes are closed.
he talks about, she's the perfect woman for him because he talks about how like, oh yes, Otto, I know where to find a man with all this lust that in his groins because once when I was in school I tried in a foolish attempt to fit in. I went with the fellows to the brothel. It was horrible. There are all these overdeveloped women.
Overdeveloped.
So she's a very small chested woman. As a matter of fact, when you see the two bodies, I'm like they're kind of similar. It reminds me of that one scene in The Matrix where Neo and what's her name they're both Trinity, I think. I'm like,
Yeah, Trinity.
yeah, I'm like, you guys are not dissimilar. I'm not sure which is one is which. So anyway, but yeah, the creation scene as it was, it was, eh. I'm gonna say that. That's my professional opinion.
Okay. Well, anyway, the creature, the male one, is no more interested in the female creature than he was in women when he was alive. So, but somehow, Catherine, who decides, she's done with Nicholas, she's like, you know what? I want the monster.
We're gonna have the monster now.
And,
Let's go.
Victor Frankenstein's like, sure, go with her,
Yeah.
You're useless to me anyway.
You're my sister wife, sure. I mean, I just need you to take care of our weird inbred kids.
Yeah. They go off to have sex, which ends very badly for Catherine.
Yeah, yay.
He's super strong and basically crushes her to death. Yeah. Again, straight sex is bad and you will die.
Man, you will die.
Because it's a horror movie.
That's
Yeah,
there you go.
Long story short, all hell breaks loose. The doctor gets killed by being impaled by the creature.
With a nice veal cutlet at the end of the stick, looked like.
Yeah. The only one that's still alive at the end of all of this is the original stable boy, Nicholas, and the two kids. And they like hoist him up at the end, or his body anyway.
Well, he was already hanging, and he's like, "Hey, let me down," and they're like, "Nah," and they start cranking him up higher for some nefarious.
And they've got scalpels in their hands.
Yeah, they're like, "We're gonna play," and then that's. I liked how that's where it ended. It was like, well,
yeah,
it's probably not going to go good for the good looking farmhand guy.
By the way, that little girl, the character's name was Monica, I think. The actress was Nicoletta Elmi, and she is kind of like the Linda Blair of Italy. She worked with all these Italian directors. Like she started as a child actress, and then she came back to acting as an adult. She became like a scream queen in Italy. So,
which is super messed up because part of it is that, and the entire time they treat the kids like they're just there, but they're always watching.
Right.
They see things that they definitely should not see, and we already know they're not quite right. So
that's because Otto at one point kills the nanny. in like some super crazy lust filled.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah,
he just
he tries
loses,
to rape her and then ends up killing her.
ends up killing her.
oh
Yeah,
yeah, wait, that's right. I think he tries to emulate the yeah, it's because he's trying to do what the doctor did.
yeah. He was, trying to fuck a gallbladder or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
uh, uh.
All right. So we gave plenty of spoilers here, and I think we're done with the plot. But
It's an old movie, man. Well, we'll just go
yeah,
out and watch it.
yeah, yeah. It's worth the pirate.
It's on Tubi right now. That's why I watched it.
So I'll go first this time, which I don't normally do. I like this one. I don't know if I'll watch it all a bunch more times, but it was weird. It was very European. it was like um it was like no Frankenstein we've seen before, except maybe Gothic. It may have some like some
The over the top acting, certainly.
some of the Gothic DNA in it,
Mm.
or Gothic may have some of its DNA in it, because this came out way before that. I liked it. It's not your conventional cinema. It is not something you're gonna watch with the parents or the cousins or the unless you have really weird
No,
cousins. Not
no.
something you're gonna like watch with a date. It's unless your date's really weird. It's cool. I can see how it was really transgressive for its time, although it's not really by today's standards. Like, I can't believe this was considered X-rated material at the time it came out,
Yeah.
but I like it. I like it because it's not it's weird. It's a good weird movie.
It was a weird movie. And will I watch it again? Probably not. Although, because I'm a bit of a sadist, I will go, "Oh, dude, you should totally watch this movie.
Like the Devils.
You should totally watch this movie." Like, yeah, I like that movie. Was cool. I tell people about that movie. That movie, like, I tell people, I just tell them about the nun scene, and they're like,
The
"What?
torture scene.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh yeah, okay, cool. Let's watch that." And yes, I found it. The characters were. You say they improv their lines?
Originally he wanted them to do that,
Oh,
but
okay, okay.
they
I'm glad they didn't, because that probably would have made this a hell of a lot worse than it actually was. I found the characters were good. They were compelling. I found them interesting, even like to the point where like I really wanted someone to kick the shit out of Dr. Frankenstein. I was just like when the monster crammed the pole through him, I was like, yes, thank you. I felt bad for the monster, because he just wanted to be a monk and be around other dudes,
Right.
He's trying to help a guy trying to help a friend out, get him home because he was too drunk to walk, and then what happens? He gets his head cut off because he has a nice nose. There's a lot of lessons to be learned from this movie, folks. Don't help your friends. Don't help your friends, and get your nose busted a few times just to stay under the radar. That's my takeaway. Thanks.
Okay, I cannot in good conscience recommend this movie to anybody. I do like it because I'm a big fan of things where and Eric, you always do this. You show me stuff that reveals the DNA of something else. I'm like, oh wow, okay, yeah. And actually, this one and the last two, I'm like, you mentioned it at the top of the hour. Yeah, it's like this. I'm gonna say this thing crawled through the gore so that Rocky Horror could fly. I mean, and sometimes, and it's like, okay, we didn't watch this in the theater in Cincinnati, right? It was just too far for when
it was probably banned.
Yeah, exactly.
Mostly Cincinnati in the early 70s, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
But when but we on the other hand, we were able to watch and go to Rocky, And so in a way, the comedy allowed the subversion, and I think you said one of some of the commentary is basically it was ultimately a very conservative take on hippie culture. I'm like, I don't know, maybe it just seemed like they were indulging in the stuff, let's get crazy, and
Right. Let's do some shit and see what happens.
right, let's see where can we go with this. But yeah, I appreciate it on that basis. I will never watch it again. And I cannot recommend it to anybody because
unless it's by accident.
So apparently, I was trying to find out if it was banned in Cincinnati, and apparently it probably was.
It probably was.
The only known screening that I've been able to find is there was a theater called the Esquire Theater in Clifton.
Still here.
Which showed it in October of 2024.
Wow.
Hey, they showed it eventually.
That is some Cincinnati stuff right there.
Yeah, absolutely. That's very Cincinnati.
Sorry, I didn't mean to completely interrupt there, but yeah.
No, I think I'm done. I'm gonna have to give it a thumbs down, even though it was very educational.
Yes. I'm gonna give it a thumbs up for the life lessons that I learned.
So that's 2 thumbs up to 1 thumbs down. So it's a split decision, but it's overall thumbs up wins with this one.
I mean, Jason, I'd really, the sort of like, I could sadistically recommend this movie. So
do it. Do it. You'll feel better. You'll feel better sharing the trauma with someone else. You know what I'm saying?
You should watch this. This is a very important film.
This is like one of the greatest films of the decade.
It's Andy Warhol's Frankenstein.
It's Andy Warhol.
It's art.
Yeah, you don't like art? You Philistine? What's wrong with you? Come on, hillbilly, watch it.
Oh man.
I'll tell you. At this point, I'm like, oh man, I don't know. I don't think Andy would have watched this.
He probably didn't. He probably didn't. He showed up. Didn't you say he showed up once at the editing?
He showed up twice. Once when they were filming it.
Okay.
And then once when they were editing it. And that was like one day.
He's like, man, that's good. Yeah, we're good. All right, cool. Put my name on it. I don't care.
Okay. I think we're going to wrap this up. There's no point belaboring this. I want to thank Jason Staley for coming on the show.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was late.
Other than the last episodes of Super Satan Show, is there anything else you want to plug while you're here?
Probably the beginning of summer. I'm putting out a double LP comp record. The Super Satan comp. It's 20 bands from a bunch of bands that have been on the show are
nice.
Is it gonna be on vinyl?
Yeah, red vinyl. Red vinyl, double LP, 666 copies.
Right on. Okay.
Nice.
And how will people acquire that?
You could probably pick, if you're local in Cincinnati, you can pick it up in probably any record store, because we're going to be like, no, dude, you need to sell this record. You need to sell this record for us. If not, I'm going to bring the puppet back. And you don't really want to deal with the puppet. You don't want to deal with the puppet. You don't want to deal with the puppet. You're going to be, I'm the nice guy. Okay. The puppet, not so much.
Puppet takes no prisoners.
No. But yeah, it should be out. You can get it, and there'll probably be online sales and stuff like that too. We don't have anything set up for it just yet. Right now, it's being put together, and beginning of the summer, it should be cool.
Awesome,
man.
Okay, well, everybody else, if you like the show, please like, subscribe, give us a good review, give us a good rating, all of that stuff. But most importantly, just tell some people about the show. That's how we get our word out, is by word of mouth. We don't advertise. We don't have advertisements on the show, anything like that. So, except for the Super Satan comp.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's different, man.
Thank you.
Part of the contract with Super Satan.
You don't want to deal with the puppet now, do you?
Oh, no.
I'll go get him. I swear, I'll go get him right now.
You don't need to do that.
The puppet has not been invited on the show. Okay. All right. Until next time, this is Eric.
This is Will.
I'm Jason.
Signing off. I don't know if there's a lot of chocolate in this film, but there's definitely white bread.